What is up, you guys? It's the Fallout What If here, and today I'm doing the What If Deku was, well, what if he was the God of War? Now, sorry that I haven't been, I'm sorry that I haven't been here doing the videos. It's as if each time I do something bad happens. I found out that a friend of mine has cancer, and I didn't do the videos, and I didn't want to do a video like explaining everything because I don't know, I just didn't want to do a video like my friend has cancer and this is like how I feel. I mean, this is a what if channel, but just wanted to talk about like if I'm screwing up a little bit on the video, it's because my head's not screwed on straight. So hopefully doing at least one video for you guys this week will at least make up even a tiny bit of it. I thank you all for your support, and I just hope he's doing well. But anyway, enough of that. So, where we last left off, Deku was, well, he actually passed. He passed the thing, but he actually got second place. The one who got first place was Bakugo, which he seems actually proud of. He's not mad at he's not mad at himself at all. And Deku wouldn't be mad at himself. Somebody who he's considering now to be like a brother to him. He's the one that's doing it, so as long as if it wasn't anybody else besides his friends or his family, yeah, he's okay with it. Now, they all have a good time, and Bakugo actually talks to him, saying, "Why is it that you're not mad at me, that I beat you?" Deku explained why. He tells him every little part of it, just saying, "I don't feel bad about, losing. Sure, it just shows that I need some training, and not only that, I need to work on how fast I can get, but it's nothing compared to, you being, the first one there, because I don't feel sad about this. Am I upset that I lost? Yeah. Did I lose to you? Yeah. But it's because it was you that, you're the one who's actually the one that beat me, not anybody else. So I'm okay with that. Plus, it just shows that I need to be strong enough to beat you one day." Bakugo says he relishes the challenge, but he might have to, get stronger before he can back that up. And Deku starts having a headache again. Because remember, he doesn't remember everything about his past life, he just remembers glimpses. The one that stuck out to him the most was the fact that he punched an old man to death. So, yeah, it's not as like, oh, yay, I'm going to, I have these fond memories of my past and I'm so awesome. No, he has this kind of sadness. But it doesn't make him want to kill everyone. He just understands that right now it's just glimpses. He remembers a little bit about himself. He remembers himself talking to his past self, but it wasn't as if like, oh, I am truly that. He just remembers that he was his title was known as the God of War, Pantheon Killer. But other than that, Deku was going around, doing some work, and when the 2 weeks were up, he went to, Class 1A. Class 1A was pretty cool. He looked around, and he went with, He went with Katsuki, and actually sees Mina. Now, after seeing Mina, he's talking to talking to other people, but after seeing her, he was like, "Oh wow, she looks much more cuter now." And this is when Katsuki like pinches him a little bit. Deku's like, "Ow, what was that for? What was that?" Like he pinches her, she pinches him, and he's like, "Ow, what was that for?" Katsuki's like, "Why don't you call me cute?" And Deku's like, "You are adorable. You are cute." And this is when, well, she's like, talking to him, saying, okay. Because she doesn't want to be outdone by Mina, because she wants the God of War. And one day she'll get the God of War, but right now, she's just, somebody she cares about a lot. Somebody he cares about, and she cares about him just the same. Now, he sees everybody in Class 1A, and pretty much Iida looks at him and says, "I saw you save that girl." And Deku's like, "Yeah, I saved her." And Iida was like, "Well, that's good to know, but just know that because you and the other guy were first and second place, that doesn't mean you guys have any authority over us." And Bakugo's like, "We don't have any authority over you." And Iida's like, "That's what I just said." And Deku's like, "Well, that's what I mean. Well, we don't have authority over you. You can think whatever you want. I have no time for this, actually." And Iida kind of got a little shocked. He was like, "What do you mean you have no time for this?" And Deku's like, Deku is like, Iida, that's your name? Can I call you Iida?" And Iida was like, "No." And Deku's like, "Iida. So, why? What makes you think you're going to do anything about it? What can you do?" And Iida's like, "Well, I am," and he really doesn't know what to say, but he's like, I am the child, I am the sibling of the Ingenium family. He's the son of the Speed Force heroes. I really forgot what their names were. But Deku's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so what does that actually affect me?" Because Deku does have a little bit of a cocky personality. And this is when Iida's like, "I mean, we are technically the best of the best. Like, we are good. We are they're seasoned heroes. We're pretty cool at what we can do." And, well, by technicality, Deku is like, okay. So I see that, you're a part of that family, but my question to you is, why do you think I care? I mean, the only thing you can do is, well, the only thing you can do is nothing. You can't do nothing. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, yeah, sure, you're the son of you're the child born of that family, but you didn't earn that. They did. So just before you tell me anything, just quiet down and tell me what you done in that family to make you have earned such a title like they. And he was like, What is with this attitude? And Deku's like, attitude? This is far from attitude. I'm just telling you right now that everything that you think you've done, you did not do yourself. Your family did. That's why they have That's why your family has that title, not you. Iida's like, I really don't have to. I don't have to listen to this. And Deku's like, yeah, something tells me I'm not gonna like you at all. But hey, it's a good thing. Then I don't have to, worry about you, because you really are a douche. You Iida the douchebag. I like that title much more than Iida future hero. That has a good ring to it. And Iida's like, oh, I have never. And Deku's like, that's the point. You've never done nothing. Now, Iida's stepping up to Deku, and Deku, even though he's a bit shorter than Iida does not have the tone or the boy personality. He's pretty much nothing. Deku, when serious, is not someone to be messed with. And Iida's like just telling him, what are you going to do? I mean, sure, I use order, but for you, I just want to punch you. And Deku's like, well, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and punch me. Well, that's not going to fare well for you. Listen, I have no time for this. If you ever want to fight me outside, like every other person. I have no need to fight somebody in school when I can do that outside of class. And freaking everybody is like, is there gonna be a fight? Freaking Aizawa is like, okay, you both stop it right now. And this is when Deku's personality just changes again. He's like, oh, alright, so, hello, Mr. Teacher, sir? And this is when Aizawa says, hi. You both go to your seats. There's no need to fight. None of that. I will, expel you both if you keep going at this. Now, Deku is sitting down, and after that, Aizawa explains everything about, from they're not going to, class. I mean, they're not going to the assembly, and also that they're going to train, or at least do a Quirk evaluation test. And this is when Aizawa is like, yeah, we're pretty much going to do all that. Boys, go to one room, girls, go to the other room, and you both change your clothes. Your clothes will be in your lockers and all that stuff. You guys have, your clothes customized in a way so that way it can fit you. Yeah. There's pretty much nothing I'm going to say else, so get to it. Everybody's like, oh, man, this kind of sucks. But Iida talks about, Aizawa talks about, like, yeah. It's not like a request. This is an order, which you students have to obey. Go to the lockers and hurry up. If everybody's still here by the time I blink, you are all any of you guys that are still on your seats are expelled immediately. And this is when everybody is like just like running, hauling ass to freaking the lockers. Gosh, I kind of forgot. She's some idiot. But anyway, so what had happened after that was Deku and Bakugo talk to each other, saying, "So, what are you going to be? What are you going to think they're going to show first? Like strength, speed, agility, movement." you know, pretty much Quirk style. Deku was like, I really don't know. And Deku pretty much doesn't wear, like, his shirt. I mean, he takes off everything. I mean, besides his, his boxers or anything like that. And he pretty much shows everybody, like, his scars. Well, he doesn't show them. They're pretty much being shown. They're being shown, like, what they are. They're scars, and Deku explains to everybody, yeah, these are my scars. This is everything that is me. I've gotten scars from people fighting me. I've gotten scars from training. And I mean, like, they're pretty much still, like, they're so weirdly indented. Like, it looks like Deku has gotten, like, hit with a sharp blade in multiple areas. Not only that, he has these burn marks on him. And not only that, he has different other scratches and whatnots. You know, as per usual, Kirishima was like, ooh, wow, that's kind of gnarly. But at the same time, he rejuvenates how he feels by saying it's manly. And this is like, everybody is still like, how do I say it? They want to puke in a way, but at the same time, they're horrified on what kind of fighter this guy is. And this is when Iida's like, really? Not having a clean a body without scars, that just makes you look like a ruffian. And this is when Deku says, if you don't have at least one scar in your life, then that means you were settled, you were being treated like a princess. And Iida's like, wait, what? What do you mean by that? And Deku's like, oh yeah. If you have at least one scar, whether it's small or big, you at least know you've been through something, whether you've done something stupid, because it shows that you either matured or it shows that you survived. Now, Iida, what kind of scars do you have? And this is when everybody's like, yeah, what scar does Iida have? And Deku's like, well, I'll let you guys get to it, because at least out of, I don't know how many students are there. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think 11. There's 11 guys and 4 to 5 girls, besides also including Bakugo's sister and Toga. Yeah, there's a lot of there's more guys than girls still, but yeah, everybody at least has one scar, whether tiny or not. Even if it's like a little stab wound from a pencil, it's still something. But Iida was like, oh, I'm pretty much well kept and everything. And this is when Deku says, I declare you all to call her Princess Iida. And if any of you guys like, a Team 4-star, you guys know exactly what I'm doing. And everybody says, oh, hail Princess Iida. And pretty much, Iida's furious right now. Furious. And Deku is pretty much just, walking out of his, I forgot what the word is, but he's walking out of the room. And Mineta, he's pretty much shown his place by most of the guys there, because Bakugo just pretty much exploded. Like, Mineta and everybody, like, he talks to them saying, Mineta was going to do this. I blasted him. Do not get mad at me for stopping a pervert. So, yeah. Pretty much, Iida is gone. Iida is upset, very mad at the fact that now he has a new nickname, which makes him, will make him the laughingstock of his family. And not only that, Deku is pretty much outside. He wears a tank top instead of his clothing because Aizawa was like, decided not to wear your uniform at least. Deku's like, yeah, I'm pretty much comfortable in using in the way I am right now, just trying to use all my bearings. Deku's like controlling the fires and just moving around with it, just shooting fire out of his hands for a second, just regular teenager stuff. Is that really teenager stuff? I used to play with fire back then as a kid, but damn, he's shooting that out of his hands. But either way, Deku just starts to, starts jabbing a bit, doing a kick, pretty much waiting for the other students. And the other students do come, and the girls, they like what they see. We'll just say that right there. They like what they see from up there to down there. We're pretty much going that route. Now, there's 3 girls that are just like, we gotta stop these people from gawking at them. And the trio of the Deku trio, that loves him a lot, they're pretty much like, hey, look at me. This is my man. This is my slab of meat. If anybody touches him, they're going to die and swim with the fishes. Alright? Nobody puts their hands on Deku but us. And the girls are like, we might, put our hands on Deku. They're like, did you not hear me the first time? Did you really not hear me? And Deku's like, oh boy, this is awkward. And they're like, wait a minute, you're their siblings. You're their brothers and sisters. Well, you're their sisters. And Mina's like, oh, I'm not, which means I get to have Deku all to myself. And Deku was looking at Mina, and Mina's like, oh, well, that's kind of true. That is true. And Mina's like, all right, I'll see you girls later. You pretty much, Toga and Katsuki grab her by the shoulders and like, oh no, Missy. And pretty much grab Mina. He's like, what? I'm not her sibling. I have first dibs then. And they're like, no, we're not taking over our dead bodies. So, after all that, well, Aizawa says, all right, all of you guys calm down. We're going to be doing the field test, so we'll start off with, Bakugo. Bakugo, you're up. And after all that, they do the strength test. Bakugo was close to, beating Deku, but Deku, hands down, wins automatically. He's got good strength on him. Now, what else? The agility test. Deku is pretty good at being agile, but at the same time, Bakugo will win. The side-to-side lunges, Mineta still has that. There is no... he's going at Mach speed, but he's not going at Mach speed because he'll probably burn off his clothing and all that stuff. Oh gosh, that's weird. Anyway, so besides that, let's see what else. Oh yeah, Deku wins at the jump. He wins at the jumping. yeah, the jumping thing. And Bakugo wins at, flexibility. Now, the ball throw, Bakugo goes first. And pretty much, he shoots it out like pretty much 100%, not 100%, at least using full cowling. And Deku just pretty much saw like the explosion as well as full cowling. Seeing how high it went twice as high as Bakugo did in the anime. Aizawa sees this and is like, oh wow. He pretty much just passed that part. So he was like, wow, he's one day going to be like All Might. Or at least be as strong as All Might. Now, the ball throw for Deku, it goes better than Bakugo's by a couple of hundred meters, or by a couple of hundred, feet. Deku grabs the ball and starts envisioning how to throw it, where to throw it, how to precision it as high as it can go without, screwing up any dynamics and all that stuff. And after that, he starts to rage. His body starts to burn. And the flame starts to rise up. Using Spartan's rage, just grabs the ball and shoots it as high as he can go, causing pretty much an air wave. How do I say it? A shock, a wave, like an air wave or a shock wave, causing air to push everywhere, pushing everybody back a bit. Deku sees like how far he went. Aizawa sees the ball after it's done, and Bakugo lost to Deku on that by 100 feet. And Deku is like, well, I did it. But when he saw the ball going down, he was actually kind of shocked. Bakugo's ball was pretty much okay when he threw it. Even though it kind of had like it smelled like fire a bit, he was pretty much like, oh. So he pretty much did good. Deku, when Deku's ball went on the ground, not only was it burnt, but the shape of the ball looked like a fist gripping it. As if it was, just stuck on that shape. Aizawa was like, this couldn't be possible. There's no way a ball like that could just do it. I mean, there's no way he could do that to a ball. Not even All Might did that. And he was using a lot more strength than Bakugo did. And Deku is just pretty much like, well, hopefully I win. But, Bakugo's my opponent, so who knows? I gotta be more tamed. Aizawa just looks at him and says, who are you? You are pretty much my new favorite student. You are my favorite student. And, yeah, Deku is just going to be, just going back home with everybody, with his family and stuff, cheering on for the first day of school. Aizawa talks to All Might, and All Might smiles and says, Aizawa. And, Deku, sorry about that. Aizawa says, look at this. He shot the ball up in the air. And when he did that, the ball was covered in fire. And then it cooled off afterwards, but his hand was imprinted. And this is when All Might's like, ha ha ha, I knew he could do it. I had faith in I have faith in that kid, but I didn't know he could surpass my limitations or my expectations. And this is when Aizawa was like, "What do you mean?" I mean, I gave Bakugo one for all. I'm going to say that Aizawa knows at least about Deku and one for all. Because he knows Bakugo. He knows about All Might and One for All. Because if you think about it, really, these people known each other for a while, even for a long time. So safe to assume that Deku. Aizawa, All Might know each other. He probably knows about, One for All already. The thing is, he's like saying, that's not Bakugo that threw this ball. And All Might's like, wait, what? And he says, this is the one for Izuku. And this is when he's like, well, I'll be. And that means we have two good students that are going to be the best in UA. A shame that I never gave him One for All, but who knows? He could have probably handled it and then some. Well, I wonder if he's going to be even stronger than me in Prime. Deku is a very weird character indeed. So, after that, pretty much everything's going to be done, and either today or tomorrow, since I'm not going to be working tomorrow, and I get to at least experience one last time seeing my friend before he has to go somewhere else and be with his family for at least the remaining time that he has. I got to at least support my friend. I know I made a duty to give you guys a good what if, but my friends come first, and I hopefully you guys forgive me for that. But other than that, like I usually say, like, comment, do subscribe to the channel here, people. This has been the Fallout with a Fear. Bye.